Is the Trump administration easy fodder for comedians?
Not easier fodder. More, but not easier. As comedians, we like things to be on the fringes. And this is not a fringe conversation. This is a very mainstream conversation. And so it...
In other words, it's a parody of itself?
Indeed. Indeed.
So what do you parody when he's a parody?
There you go. And because he understands the rules of engagement, that's why he involved himself, and that's why he was sure he would win. If you build yourself on a philosophy that most people are stupid and then you win, it's not a lot of win in that.
In your act, do you run into many Trump supporters?
I don't feel a different way about a Trump supporter than I do a Clinton supporter. We're all Americans. There are justifiable reasons why people voted for the guy they voted for. And there are justifiable reasons for why they didn't vote the other way. And when we continue to not address what people's genuine concerns are because of how they look or what we have already preconceived about them, then we lose as a nation.
Do you sing in your act?
Never.
No. But you are a singer and a rapper too, right?
Well, you are the things you try. It's just what modicum of success you're having. But stand-up is the lifeblood, and so I don't mix anything with it.
Would you say it was unbelievable history the other night when a white man elected in Alabama on the Democratic ticket in his victory speech quoted Martin Luther King Jr.?
No. In order to be involved in the things these people are allegedly or actually involved in, it means you have to have a lot of cojones. You have to be willing to do things that most of us would go, you don't do that. And so because they lack that filter, it's not a big deal to ride in on a horse named Sassy as a pedophile.
Watch new episodes of Larry King Now Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on demand on Aura TV and Hulu.
Something is killing me slowly, and I'm feeling so lonely. But this thing I must to talk, oh. All my people, they for bush, oh. And our children are they go for school, oh. But nobody fit to talk, oh. We get to plenty, so many things where we really want to complain to you. These people where they kill us, not the people where they get for protect me, yeah. Our children, they for prison. Our leaders, they for prison. Now they calling for dialogue. Now who and who go talk, oh. That's why we pray to God. Heal our land, heal our land, heal our land. Cause all our people are dying, and our mothers are crying. Heal our land, heal our land, heal our land. Cause all our children are dying, and our mothers are crying. Yeah. But I don't know what's up, oh, at all, oh. This war is bigger, and one man of it put a stop, oh. So make we put them all together, oh. I see plenty people don't die, and the house they went burn. I saw the people they need so far. Everybody running helter skelter, the children they suffer. There is no food and shelter. Our children down the suffer, while the leaders living la vida loca. Yeah. So now we go so Cameroon do. We get to plenty, so many things where we really want to complain to you. That yeah. See these people where they kill us, not the people where they get for protect we, yeah. Oh, no. Our children they for prison. Our leaders they for prison. Hey. But they be calling for dialogue. Now who and who go talk, oh. That's why we pray to God. Heal our land, heal our land, heal our land. Cause all our people are dying, and our mothers are crying. Heal our land, heal our land, heal our land. Cause all our children are dying, and our mothers are crying. Okay, let's take a minute of silence for our brothers and sisters who have lost their life in the struggle, and our mothers who are living in the bushes, our children suffering in the bushes with no food and no shelter. We pray that may peace return in our land so that we can live in peace, peace forever. That's what we cry for. We get it plenty, so many things where we really want to complain to you. See these people where they kill us, not the people where they get for protect we, yeah. Our children there for prison, our leaders there for prison, but they've been calling for dialogue. Now who and who got talk, oh. That's why we pray to God. Heal our land, heal our land, heal our land. Cause all our people are dying, and our mothers are crying. Heal our land, heal our land, heal our land. Cause all our children are dying, and our mothers are crying. Say we get plenty, so many things that we really want to complain to you, Daddy. Everywhere, now who's how we go so? Mabaminda, Buya, Limbe,
We play a little game of If You Only Knew. You do not have to answer them, Katt.
Excellent.
It's not a court, but we'd appreciate your answers.
Excellent.
Who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Kim Fields.
Secret talent?
Clairvoyant.
You're clairvoyant.
Yes, sir.
Psychic?
Yes, sir.
Ooh. Person you'd trade places with for a day?
That I would trade places with for a day? No one.
No one. Weirdest job you ever had?
Doing missionary work in Haiti, I was able to go to villages and teach mothers that if they would put salt in their water, their children wouldn't die from diarrhea. And so I spent a year and a half in Haiti saving babies' lives.
Working for who?
Working for the good cause, Larry.
I mean, that was a job, though. Someone paid you?
No. This was a...
volunteer.
This was a volunteer for a nonprofit.
Guilty pleasure?
Silence and the love of a good woman.
Biggest risk you ever took?
Adopting children.
How many have you adopted?
6.
6. Best compliment you ever got?
You're good enough.
What never fails to make you laugh?
People smiling.
Worst piece of advice you ever got?
Don't ever change.
Something you wish you were better at?
Dealing with liars.
Best perk of being a celebrity? There's no perk to be... Come on, Katt. You get online to a nightclub, you're going to perform, you're going to go in first.
Yeah, none of that's because of celebrity, as you know, Mr. King.
Who would you like to be stranded on a desert island with?
An excellent swimmer.
That's the best I've heard yet.
Thank you.
Strangest fan encounter?
I met a fan, and she explained to me very definitively that she was my biggest fan. And I explained to her that couldn't be the case. I've slept with most of my biggest fans. I tell her, it wouldn't. Everything I said, she was like, no, it's really me. And then she reveals her leg, and she has a life-size, it's almost a tattoo of me that she has on her leg. And I then conceded that she was my biggest fan.
Did you take it any further?
No, out of respect for her and myself, I did.
Something you long believed to be true but realized wasn't?
Well, as one of the main opponents of the Illuminati, I always wanted to know what information they had that we didn't. And I found out, I was always wondering how our God could have been so thrown off by a story of a tree and fruit. And then I found out that that's not the case at all. Adam was God's son, which means Eve was his daughter. And if they have sex, that ruins everything. And that's what happened. And that's a piece right there.
Excellent observation.
Thank you.
Tell me something we don't know about you.
Secretly, I'm 6'1".
Watch new episodes of Larry King Now Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on demand on Aura TV and Hulu.
You remember your first stand-up?
Oh, yes, vividly. Where
was it?
It was in a place called Ruskin, Florida, and I was out with some friends who were older than me, and they decided they were going to a club afterwards. And I'm the youngest in the group. Everybody's of age, 21 or over, and I'm not. I'm 16. Nobody knows that. I'm already away from home. This is a big deal. We're in line, and I'm realizing I'm going to get here, not have the ID, and have to answer for this with my group. And then people are going past the line, and they're not standing in line. They're telling this guy, I'm a comedian, and they're getting right in. So I join that line to be told, okay, you're number 5. That doesn't mean anything to me. I get in the club, and I find out this is a comedy competition, and I am comedian number 5, and you have to do 5 minutes. And so I got up, and I just talked about being the only black guy in a white town and what that was like for 5 minutes. And I won, but I won $25. And I remember thinking, I was pretty good at that. Too bad it doesn't pay anything. And I didn't do it again for 6 years.
That's a great story.
Watch new episodes of Larry King Now Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on demand on Aura TV and Hulu.